Kingdom Come Deliverance is here. It is one of the best games you'll ever bloody witness. It is fantastic, and I have been enjoying my time with this. Photorealism, realistic battles. There is no magic in this game. There is no fantasy. You are a soldier, you are weak, and you must build yourself up in the ranks to become a defender and also to survive. The world instantly grabs you and pulls you in. It's like you're suffocating. You go in, you can't get out, you don't want to leave. You can go in there and you spend hours just exploring. The world is comparable to The Witcher 3 and Skyrim, but the photorealism, especially on PC, is unmatched. You can't just go into a battle and think you're going to win. The battles you need to choose very carefully, because you will not go in there with one sword slash and kill your enemy. You will hit and hit and hit and hope for the best. The amount of times you die, it gets very frustrating, but you keep going until you learn how to fight and you get the perfect stance and the perfect blocking opportunities, and it pays off. And some of the moves you pull off, especially with the lighter weapons, which are my favourite, are unbelievable. It is fantastic to watch this play out. I've never seen anything like it. The game won't wait for you. You miss an opportunity or you miss a perfect combination, it's not going to wait for you. You're already screwed. It will take your life like that, and you'll get your head chopped off, you'll get your ligaments severed. It's not going to wait for you. Stuffing up at the last moment is the difference between life and death. It is not forgiving, and it never has had the intention of being that type of game. Do not go into this expecting all these great little sparkly powers in OP, because you won't be. You'll get your ass handed to you, and oh god, it's fun to watch. I gotta admit, there has been times where having magic would have really helped me out in a massive way. I mean, holy shit, they even had people come in with real medieval built weapons and rehearse the signs and the signatures of the way the battles were, using the technology that they use in the latest games now to get character movements. It's unbelievable. The weapons, the thuds, the clashes of metal are actually really recorded from their studio, and they have professionals doing the combat to try and recreate it for while you're playing the game to get that extra layer of authenticity. I mean, holy shit. See the passion and the hard yards that's been put in by the development team. The passion is so there, and when they're speaking in their videos that I've watched, it's so good to see the effort they're putting in. And this is the difference between an amazing game and a game that you'll forget in a year's time and you won't even remember the name of.
Because you have limited controls, limited field of view, limited knowledge of your surroundings. So we came up with combos. And it works like in your typical fighting game. If you chain particle strikes, you can weaken the enemy and then finish him with special attack.
Side note, when I'm actually here, I just wanted to thank the developers for not crowding the Steam page as well and not giving us 5 different editions with DLC and bonuses and ripping us off by an extra $100. So thankful for that. So thanks. I really do appreciate it. Okay, now we move on to graphics. So from day one, Nvidia have options available, many options to customize the way the game looks. Do be warned, obviously you've seen the way this game looks, you're going to need a hefty graphics card to get this to run properly. And if you wish to go past 1080p and you want to play 1440p or go all the way up to 4K resolution, you do need a pretty modern and hefty rig to be able to do so. There are many mods that are coming to make this game even more realistic than what it is. I'm just absolutely blown away with what they've done with the graphics in this game. You've got to look twice in some scenarios to realise they're actually not walking around in a real life world and you are actually in a video game. Me being me, from day one, I always like to push my computer as far as it will go. I mean, that's the whole reason of having a PC, is to go past consoles and what they're available to do. So far what I'm seeing, yeah, I hope this video gets across how amazing this game is looking. If there is an award for the best looking forest, then this game definitely gets it. I was on a main mission and I went to a forest, took a sidestep, and legit, I have spent 2 hours just taking screenshots of how amazing and photorealistic this game is. I may be biased, it may be affecting my judgment, but I can tell you now, if you're loading this game up and you see the graphics, you will agree with me. We've never seen anything quite like this before.
2 hours later.
I'm going on an adventure!
It is a steep learning curve, but it is definitely worth the wait. There seems to be a very long tutorial at the start of the game, like I was 6 to 7 hours in and the tutorial kept going, and then after that the game really does start to open up and lets the player go out and start discovering things for themselves. So there is a steep learning curve, but once you get your head around the core systems and you start treating your character like a human who needs to be fed, sleep, and has to relax, and also when you're getting into a battle and you get attacked, you will get cut up and you will start bleeding. You have to patch yourself up. You can't just take a potion like in other games and hope everything's going to be okay. It is very realistic down to a T. And the story in this game is actually rather well presented. You do feel for the character that you play as, who goes by the name of Henry. And what happens at the start of the game defines this character as a human, and also does put, what they say, a chip on your shoulder. It's very orientated around revenge, and obviously this is the point of the game. I mean, Kingdom Come Deliverance. You are going to fight and you're going to have hard times, but the way it is presented is really well done. The cutscenes are top notch and the voice acting is fantastic as well. The graphics options in this game are quite extensive. What's presented in front of you can be a little bit overwhelming for people who aren't too familiar with customization on a computer, and also if you don't have a half decent rig, you would be best to play this at 1080p and then go from there with the overall quality. Me, for instance, I have gone everything ultra and put it in my widescreen resolution. I've had to turn a few settings down from ultra down to very high, and I'm still averaging anywhere from 40 to 50 frames a second, but when it's raining it can slow down to 30. So it's up to you how you want to do it. In a way, I do envy people so far who have brought this game on console, because literally all you do is put the disc in and you're good to go. Me, I've wasted I wouldn't say wasted, that's the wrong word. I've spent about a good half an hour customizing the game to the way I like to play it, and seeing this game on a widescreen monitor is a feast for the eyes. It is just spectacular, and I have never seen anything in an open world that is this realistic. Like the vegetation, the wildlife, the NPCs. It is actually nothing I can compare this game to. The more I play it and the more days that go by, I'm finding something new to love about this game, and I'm just so happy that something like this has come out so quickly this year. I know this game's been in development for a long time, but I only heard about this game probably about 6 months ago, and all I can say is I can't stop talking about Kingdom Come Deliverance. The customization in the game, so leveling up your character, is pretty basic, but at the same time it can be a little bit of a learning curve when you first start getting into it. You do get perks. Again, this is an impression, I'm not doing a review, so I'm just going to touch on that briefly. You do get perks for doing main missions, side missions, just using your sword like in other RPGs. You use the sword more than anything, and of course you'll get better skills in sword use, axe use. If you want to be an archer, of course, you'll get better at doing archery and have the archery skill upgraded and be able to shoot further and with more impact on your targets at the time. So I'm 15 plus hours in. I have heard it's anywhere from 40 hours to possibly double that if you do absolutely everything. I'm not rushing my time. I will do an updated impression when I have finished the game. But I just want to know, if you do see this video, what you guys think so far, what system you're playing it on, the things you do like and the things you don't like. I will definitely be loving my time playing this game, and I hope you do too. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. I do appreciate it. I'll speak to you soon.